Hello students, today we are going to discuss a new chapter, that is why do we fall ill, or we can also call it as health and diseases. We have heard of different kind of news in television, as well as we read so many news which appears in newspaper related to earthquakes, flood, or some other kind of the natural calamities or disasters. Think of as many as different ways as possible in which the pupil's health would be affected by such a disaster. We just take an example of a flood when the water is contaminated, so the pupil do not have any potable or drinking water, and that may also causes diseases. When we do exercise, we realize that health and disease in human communities are very complex. When we are doing yoga, when we are doing meditation, we feel healthy and we get to know the advantage of these physical exercise for good health. When we are talking about health and disease in human communities, they are very complex issues with many interconnected causes. To dwell upon these issues, let us first try to understand the basic functioning of the human body. We all know that cells are called as structural, functional and basic unit of the life. In unicellular organisms, all the functions performed by a single cell. In multicellular organisms like us human beings, there is a division of labor. There are different kind of organ systems which are doing the different functions, and all the functioning is interrelated. One system is dependent on other for its functioning. So in this chapter we will talk about health and its failure, diseases and its causes, type of diseases, means of spread of diseases, principle of treatment, principle of prevention, and some common microbial diseases. Then we have health and its failure. So what is the significance of the health? The term health always implies the idea of being well. According to World Health Organization, in 1948, they defined health as a state of complete physical, mental and social well-being, and not merely an absence of a disease or infirmity. In other words, WHO recognizes three dimensions of a health: physical dimension, mental dimension and social dimension. These three dimensions are very important. Then we say personal and communities issues both matter for health. How we can say public health services like proper removal and disposal of the garbage that is done by municipality. Then we have clean drinking water, unadulterated food, vector and pest control, vaccinations. All these things are provided by the government for good health. Economic condition, food is earned by doing job. So there should be a proper opportunity to every people to work and to earn money. Social quality, social equality and harmony. Similar social equality and harmony are necessary for individuals' good health. Personal hygiene, no doubt, it involves the individual cleanliness. If everything surrounding is good, everything is good, but personal hygiene is not maintained, then also the person cannot be healthy. The conditions which are essential for good health are better sanitation, clean surrounding, availability of clean drinking water, availability of adequate nutritious food, social equality and harmony. Then we have another question, that is disease and its causes. So when we simply say all of us at one time or the other in our life have suffered from body ache, fever, headache, cold, cough, vomiting, diarrhea or many other diseases. All these diseases or disorders affect our health and make us feel miserable, make us feel discomfort. The term Disease literally mean without ease, disturbed ease, or we can say uneasiness, or being uncomfortable. Disease has been defined in the following way: any physical or functional change from the normal state that cause discomfort or disability or impair the health of a living organism is called a disease. According to some malfunctioning of the body or some part of it with specific symptom is called disease. The Oxford English Dictionary defines the disease as a condition of the body or some part or the organ of the body in which its functions are disturbed. And then we have another important question, that what is the difference between healthy and disease free? When I'm talking about healthy, it is a state of physical and mental and social well-being, and it is a state of absence of any discomfort or dearrangement of the functioning of the body. Or we can say it refers not only to the individual but also to its social community environment. It refers to the individual. A healthy individual is one who is able to perform the normal under given situation. A disease-free individual may have good health or a poor health. So this is the difference between healthy and a disease-free person. Thank you.